Hello. Is okay. Welcome. It is Copilot Show Day. It is Tuesday, my favorite day of the week because I'm busier than Kajibers on Tuesdays. I got the Copilot Show. I got a long afternoon mastermind, and it is crazy by the end of the day. I'm pretty tired. Alejandro's here, says, I can hear you loudly and clearly. I'm going to put on my do not disturb so that I don't get bothered by all the notifications. Pat says loud and clear here too. Thank you so much for that. Kiki is here. Welcome, Kiki. Alejandro, Steve from Thailand, Pat, Darmut is here. So it's Q&A day. That means it's up to you to ask me questions. Yes. Did that not work? What? There it goes. Hi, Paul. So what do you want to know? What's on your mind today? I got a question in the Copilot Show question and answer queue that came in today. Here's the question. I'm in the wrong spot. Question is from Caitlin. We're looking to join UpViral with a campaign to kickstart it. Could someone please reach out and talk to us about what to do? Wow, that's a question, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Caitlin, thank you for submitting your question through the Zoom, through the Copilot question. Here's how you get started. You go open UpViral, you go create new campaign, and you pick one of the campaign styles and you freaking get started. That's how you start. Then, if you're confused, first thing you do is you watch the training in the Learning Center. The second thing you do is you go to the Copilot Show archives, also in the Learning Center, and you watch episode 62 until you're blue in the face. Repeat it if you have to. Right? Isn't that what we do? Isn't that what we all do? People are starting to show up. Welcome. It's probably stuck. Some of you stuck in time zone or daylight savings time. Heck, what the heck is that? Why do we do this to ourselves anymore? Lewis is here. Murray's here. Rodney, Swan. No, that's not it. I am abused for not being able to pronounce names. And I confess that I can't. Sawinah. Sawana. Is that right? Great. Look at this. Steve's got a question. Any tips about Black Friday? The webinar was way too late at night here for 3 nights in a row. Wide open question, Steve from Thailand. And first of all, I'm not in e-commerce, so I don't typically do Black Friday stuff. We did have a grand time in the Black Friday training that William and I did. I don't know, can you guys hear the noise in the background? I hope you can. 2 doors down, they are chopping the heck of a dead tree. They're chopping it down and they're shredding it like crazy, and it's really loud. Kalik, well, let me, I'm going to jump around for a second. Here, I'm going to do something kind of fun. Now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a teaser. Thank you, Steve, for telling me you can't hear it. I'll go like this because it's loud and obnoxious. Normally, I would have my headphones on blocking that sound out, but I don't need my headphones on for the Copilot Show. So let's see. I'm going to do a couple of things, right? Here's I'm screen sharing. One of my students, his name is AJ. He's often here. Maybe he'll be here shortly. This is his current campaign. A couple of things I want you to notice about this. You guys see my screen, right? Who can give me two tips from this screen that are appropriate right now? Anybody? Anybody want to make some guesses here? What do you guys see? I've done some training on looking at the reports page. What two things stand out to you? Somebody be brave, say something, anything. I dare you. Anybody? Come on. Nothing. The numbers are amazing. Yes, that's one thing. Which numbers are amazing? Steve? Kiki says more referred leads. Who's doing the math? Steve Thailand says direct versus referred. Who's doing the math on this? Anybody do the math really fast? Let's see. And this is, again, something I wish we had on the UpViral screen, but I can do it manually. 740 divided by 49. 15.1. I don't know if you can see this screen right here. 15.1. Steve said 900%. Actually, this is the number that's amazing. Campaign has more than 100% conversions. Well, all right. If you want to call, thank you, Kiki. If you want to call the ratio of direct to referred conversions, then the answer to that is yes. It's actually 15 or 1500% if we're going with that. But basically, it's 1 to 15 for every direct lead. AJ is getting 15 referred leads. Now, here's the thing. Kiki just said something that I want you to pay attention to. Kiki, for those of you watching now, and by the way, please make sure you change your Zoom settings so that you're talking to everyone, not hosts and panelists. Kiki said the campaign is now self-sustaining. Don't tell Wilco I said this, but this is amazing, right? This campaign is getting 15 leads for every person that came in on the front end. But what's the problem? Kiki just said it. The campaign is now self-sustaining. But what does this chart show you right here? Kiki, tell me what this chart right here shows you in relation to the statement that you just made that this campaign is self-sustaining. I'll give you a hint. Kiki's got the thinking symbol. I'll give you a hint. AJ has sent out now 2 emails, but ignore this last bar. AJ sent out 1 email to his list to kick off the campaign. If you ignore this bar, this last bar, what do you see in this chart? What you see is diminishing returns. Thank you, Steve. Rick said the referred leads are not sharing. Actually, they are, because we got this crazy number here. For every person that came in the front end, we got 15 referrals. Now, it is a little confusing, right? Because some of these referrals are referring others, so they don't actually all show up here. It's hard to see this exact number. So we're just using an estimate, but Steve has it. He said diminishing returns. Rick, please switch your comments to everyone for me so everybody sees them. What this is showing you, and again, this is why you and everybody who watches the Copilot show should be doing what I preach. And that is you look at your data and you think about it like Kiki's doing with the hands on the chin. He sent one email, got a whole bunch of people to opt in. Those people referred a whole bunch of people, but then everybody quit doing stuff. That's what this diminishing thing is showing us. Kiki said the campaign is self-containing or sustaining. As much as I love Wilco, the data shows that even when you are adding multiple people and getting this more than one-to-one referrals, people still run out of people to refer. They bang on, did all their work for referring people, and then they quit. Campaigns will, this is not a perpetual motion machine. My experience shows that we still have to get going and promoting and bringing new people in and sending emails. Now, I know last night, AJ sent an email to his list, so we got a little bump here on November 9th. Well, today is November 9th, so the time zone, they're showing November 10th here too, but he sent an email late yesterday. Steve says, what's the time frame? Well, the first date bar here is November 3rd. Today is the 9th. So how many days is that? 2, 4, 6, 7 days. Been running for a week. He sent one email on the front end, and then he did nothing else to promote it. Now today he's kicking in some Facebook ads. Today, or last night, he's emailed his list to give them some more incentives to go do some stuff. And we're testing to see how well that works. Kiki says, make the campaign evergreen. Well, yes, we could do this all day long. We could keep doing this all day long. But the key is it's not dead. It's not stopped. This campaign is going to go on till Black Friday. The key is that you got to keep pumping people in the front end, or you got to keep people sharing somehow with emails and incentives and other things. Because if you don't put food in the front end, the dogs, I don't know where I go. I just saw a dog. If you don't put food in the front end, it's not going to grow. If you don't feed a plant, it's not going to grow. Right? You gotta keep pumping people in to get them to refer. AJ's getting this phenomenal response from his people. What's going to happen when his Facebook ads kick in? We're going to find out. This is what I'm preach to you all the time. You guys and gals have to come in and look at your data and look at it strategically and say, what can I learn from this? What do I see? What's the data telling me and how can I improve? All right. Now I'm getting warm because I'm talking too much. You got to look at your data. Now, going back to what Steve asked way back some time ago, any tips on Black Friday? Well, this is AJ's campaign. He has a targeted audience. He is promoting to a sorority called Sigma Gamma Rho. the reason he's getting such a great referral rate is those young ladies love their sorority. And what AJ is doing is he is selling branded sorority paraphernalia. They use the word paraphernalia, gear, swag, whatever word you want to use. That's what they're doing. He knows his audience really well. Last year, when we ran a similar campaign, he got 1-to-3 ratio up here. Now he's getting 1-to-15. We'll see how that works out overall, but I'd be willing to bet you that he's going to have a great Black Friday, because these young ladies are rabid to win. And that's what you need to be doing too. This is the time of year where you need to be running giveaways, running lead magnets, running wait lists. That's what you need to be doing. Darmut says, marketing and promotion 101. I'm somewhat distracted because I want to edit the opt-in page for my Black Friday campaign, and the editor is frozen and not let me do whatever I do. I was running into problems this morning too. Did you hit refresh, Darmut? I, for some reason, cannot right now edit a text field. Kiki says everything sells in the fourth quarter. But yes, this is marketing and promotion 101. Always be marketing. I am bad in my own business in doing that. I have campaigns that should be really cruising right now, promoting my stuff, and I'm not doing it. I fail because I'm so busy looking at other people's stuff and running campaigns for other people, etc. All right, let's go back to the other question. Let's see, did I finish that? Let's see, where was I going? Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show to answer Kalik's question. If you go to the Learning Center, Kalik's question was, where can we find the replays? That's where I was going. If you go to the Learning Center, you can see the co-pilot show. You can see the case studies. You can see the quick start training. You may see other boxes here if you purchased other pieces of training from Wilco, but you should see at least these 3. If you go into the co-pilot show, you can see all of the previous episodes of the co-pilot show. And here's the one that I tell everybody to go watch: 7 ways to use UpViral that are not contests. So thanks y'all for contributing. Let's see, I have done that, refresh, but I feel better now that you say you've had the same problem. Yeah. I don't know whether things changed overnight. I don't have my UpViral open right now. I have AJ's UpViral open, but I'm not prepared to show you all of his stuff. Let's see. Murray, I was waiting for somebody to say that. Darmut, email hacking is a great course too in the Learning Center. That is only available if you purchased it or if you've been given that. You see, AJ does not have that in his Learning Center. The email hacking course is not available to everybody. You had to have done something to put it in your account, whether it's a special purchase, special promotion, or whatever. That's why I say not everything's always available. Murray said, can you recap the referral share widget from last week? Yes, I can. Let me go back to the other question before I don't get it done. Let's see. Oh, Khalik said, sorry for not being more clear. Well, failure. Did you guys hear the whinny, the horse? There it is. I think you can hear it. All right. The Black Friday training should be, if you purchased it, I think it should be here in the Learning Center. If not, it's over in the Facebook group. Darmut said, I signed up for a special promotion in June and got the business plan for a good price. Good for you. Nah. I bought UpViral when it first launched. Now I have a lifetime deal and never have to pay for it again. All right, so let me go back to and pump in questions. Pump your questions. Today is question and answer day. Oh, that was Kalik's question. Where was the other question about real estate? Alejandro Rodriguez Gamboa. What a nice name. How can I use UpViral if I sell real estate, not products or items? Now, here is something that I think you should be paying very close attention to, Alejandro. And thank you for asking this question. Let me switch out of that because we don't need that. Actually, what I want you to do, Alejandro, I'm going to put it back on, and I go into this Copilot show, and I want you to please, please, please watch episode 62 if you have not seen it. 7 ways to use UpViral that are not contests. One thing that I'm really amazed at is the lack of lead generation that real estate agents do. Now, I know that you guys have a really hard time getting people to sign up for a list. My wife and I have, in the last couple of years, periodically gone to several open houses lately. Real estate agents there. Real estate agent has a piece of paper, says, please sign up for my thing, that says you are here. If I were a real estate agent, here's what I would do. I would put a sign prominently displayed with a big QR code on it. That QR code goes directly to an UpViral opt-in. Now, this particular show, I talk a whole lot about doing lead magnets. Offer somebody something of value that they really want, not just signing up to say, hey, I came to your house. Give them something they really want. Maybe you could even create a contest. And in that contest, you could be giving away house cleaning service. You could be giving away a security system. You could be giving away anything that a welcome wagon kind of group would put together in a basket. You could just have a basket. You could put a basket on the counter or on the table and say, enter to win this, and get updates about listings that I have available coming up soon. All you need is a QR code and a piece of paper. How do I get a QR code? That is something that I want to show you that's really freaking amazing. All right, I learned this just a couple of weeks ago. I have Chrome open. Let's see, what do I have over here? I have Facebook. I don't have, let's see. All right, what I'm going to do, we're going to do this. We're going to go into my UpViral. And I'm going to go, and I'm not promoting this. Let's see. I'm going to go to my newsletter sign up. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is the link. Now, see, I knew that was going to happen because in this browser, I've already signed up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that referral link. Doesn't really matter. Actually, it doesn't really matter about this. Inside of Chrome, if you right mouse click, notice there is a thing that says create QR code for this page. I stumbled into this. I'm pretty sure it's on Windows as well as Mac. And look what Chrome will do. I got to move my face out of the way. Chrome creates a QR code for you for any page you want. Now, if you grab this QR code, do download right here, you could print that on a piece of paper and put that right there with an instruction underneath, probably because there are still some people on the planet that don't know that you can point your smartphone, whether it's Android or Apple. I know you can do it with both. Just point your phone in the Photos app, or in the Camera app, in the Camera app, and it will scan that for you and take you right to that page. Vish says there's a thing called QR.io. This is right here inside of Chrome. I know you can use other tools. Those tools are great, but it's right here inside of Chrome. It's free. Takes absolutely nothing to do that. Vish says you can't track clicks. Guess what? I don't care about anything else, right? I don't care about other tools. Go back, watch episode 62. UpViral has tracking embedded in it. Didn't you hear me say that? Who heard me say that? UpViral has tracking inside of it. Steve wants to know why the dinosaur. I don't know. That's a Chrome thing. I don't know. And in this case, Jeff Stark says it works in Chrome for Windows. Thank you. Steve says made me think it was broken, the dinosaur. It's a Chrome thing, as far as I know. But Vish, if you're using UpViral and you're a real estate agent and you put this QR code on a piece of paper right in front of people, all they got to do is go scan their phone. You can create that with a tracking code in UpViral and bang, off you go. UpViral does tracking. UpViral does tracking. But in this case, all you're going to do is put the QR code on a piece of paper, so you know where that came from. It's not like there's a surprise as to where those leads came from, but that's all right. Rick, let me do that again. So I'm going to close this. Rick's question was top right, there is a QR code button. No need to right click on the URL. Is that what this is? Oh, it is. Look at that. Huh. I was not aware of that. I'm not right clicking on the URL. I'm just right clicking somewhere in the page. Apparently I'm not. What? Oh, I selected something. If you don't select something, create QR code for this page is right there. Steve says, oh my Buddha, I just did this to generate and test hot tip Mitch. Yay. See, showing up for the Copilot show, I can teach you stuff. But look, Rick just taught me something because I didn't know that was there. So you could edit this link, apparently, maybe, I don't know. I have not played with this a whole lot. Would you do this for the opt-in page or the share page? In my case right now, I am doing it for the share page, but guess what, Kiki? Hello? Guess what, Kiki? If you set your UpVirals properly, if I send people to this page, even if I incorrectly sent people with the QR code to this page, since I set up my UpViral properly, let me just go in here and show you exactly what I mean. If you go to setup and you go to advanced settings and you go to general setup, this link right here, I'm sorry, this link right here, this button, let me get myself gathered up. This button, auto redirect non-subscribers, you should always have this turned on, except for when you're doing testing. If you have this turned on, and I went and I grabbed this URL, which is the share page URL, right? And I go to my incognito window thing, which I'm working on another campaign, but I come in here and I paste the share URL. If I QR coded the share URL and I hit go, that sends me automatically to the opt-in page. So even if you put the share page QR code out there, it's still going to send people to the right page, assuming you have that switch turned on, which you should always have turned on. There's no reason not to do it except for the time when you're testing. Now that is based on cookies. Well, I'm not going to, I could spend 5 hours talking about this, I swear. There are potentially cookies involved. If the cookie is set and you have this turned on, then people will go to this page, to the share page, because you have both things turned on. If they have the cookie, if they're already registered for the campaign, they will end up on the share page, not the opt-in page. Okay. If I totally confused you. All right, now for Alejandro's question about real estate agents, right? Let's go back. This page, this campaign is an opt-in for my newsletter, which I've been doing a really bad job of not sending out emails, which is shameful, but yeah. I'm so embarrassed. But my email newsletter is an opt-in, right? It's an UpViral opt-in. When you get to the share page, and I'm just going to flip over here to this, the share page says, congratulations for taking the first step. I'm so happy you're trusting me with your email. Obviously, you can put whatever words in here. But wait, you're just 3 referrals away from getting this free bonus, right? So if you're a real estate agent and you use a QR code to get somebody to this page that says, hey, thank you, I saw you came to my open house. I'm going to give you the chance to win this basket of fruits and vegetables, or, you know, like welcome wagon kind of stuff, mats, all kinds of things that you could do in a giveaway, or just 10 tips for buying a house, or 10 secret tips for house hunting. You get a PDF and you get an ebook. Get people to opt into your list right freaking there with their smartphone. Now you have them in your list and you can do whatever you need to in your real estate business with those people. Entice them with some kind of an offer. Don't just say, oh, please, if you visited today, put your name and your email on the piece of paper. Give them something to be excited about. Those are the kind of people you want on your list. Mitch says, nice trick, that's gold. I saw a couple of people the other day saying, hey, I need to buy ClickFunnels. I don't use ClickFunnels. I don't use a page builder. I use UpViral, and everybody I give an offer to helps me build my list by referring others because I dangle an offer in front of them. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you go to my newsletter, unviraltrafficguy.com, if you sign up, I'm going to show you, if you look at my newsletter that comes to you when I send it, look at the bottom of the newsletter. I have a special trick at the bottom of my newsletter where I'm using UpViral to remind you to try to earn this incentive. When I said, hey, just 3 referrals away from this amazing bonus, I remind you about that bonus in every newsletter that comes to you. And I'm using UpViral to do that. Yeah, Vish says, wow. Yes, it's amazeballs. Every newsletter, it gives the user how many leads they've gathered. If they have earned 2 referrals, it says, hey, you're 1 referral away from earning that bonus that I told you about. Nobody knows how to do that but me. But watch how I do it. Oh. So Claudia says, I love this. Thank you very much. Darmut says, let's see. And Alejandro, if you're still here, please let me know if you need any more information about how to entice real estate people. I think I should have rung your bell in terms of thinking about what you could be doing instead of what everybody else is doing in the real estate business. You could crush everybody else. And because Paula comes to your open house, you tell her about this contest that you're running for the basket of fruit. You specifically start emailing her and saying, hey, by the way, you refer me 2 people, I'm going to give you this extra bonus of 6 months of security, home security system or whatever, some kind of bonus. I'm going to treat you like a queen, Paula. No other real estate agent's doing anything like that. All right. Let me go back to Darmut's question. Darmut, Alejandro says, thank you. Good, good, good. You're welcome. Darmut says, my problem currently is that I need to know how to do testing for my campaign, but I don't know what tests to do or how to do them. I am not going to tell you that answer. I'm so mean, I'm so cruel. I'm going to go to the dashboard inside of UpViral. I'm going to go to the Learning Center. Anybody know where I'm going? Notice my learning center looks different than AJ's learning center, which is where I was before. Notice I have expert letter. I have the 7-day test mastery course. Notice if I go to the Copilot show, I go find test. Why is my find not working? Episode 27. Darmoot did an entire episode on testing. Please go watch that episode. What? Really? 2 hours, probably. Let's see, how long is it? Watch on YouTube. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes of how to test your campaign. Please watch it on 2x because I normally talk kind of slowly. And anyway, you can watch it on 2x or 1.5. There is a lot of gold in that episode. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Find test. I don't know why it's not scrolling. There's episode 27. Oh, it's part of the word contest. That's why there's so many. Also, you actually don't go to that episode. Go to 69 and 70. It's more recent. 69 and 70. I knew there was a different one. The one that was 27, episode 27, that's old. This one covers testing. And then in the second one, I talk about split testing. 69 and 70. So many clients have come to me in the past and said, hey, Mitch, this feature isn't working. People aren't getting points for this or that or whatever. And I say, hey, did you test it? No, I didn't need to, right? UpViral just works, right? No, not always, especially if you're using the widget. Somebody, in fact, posted on the UpViral group just the other day that their widget wasn't working. I'm reading over Christian Alva's question. All right. All right, Christian, would the new UpViral features where you can direct traffic back to a custom page work correctly with your convert box plus one-click sign-up campaign? Seems like it wouldn't track correctly unless you embedded the UpViral widget form inside your convert box form. Whew. Oh, doggies. And Christian, that question is about 6 hours of a conversation. All right. Great question. So what he's talking about first of all, I don't think I'm going to be able to go through every nuance of this right now. But what he's talking about is the ability, I use a tool called ConvertBox that does a pop-up. You can install it on any page you want. And what that ConvertBox does is it creates a one-click sign-up link so they can opt into your campaign from there with the one-click sign-up and end up on the sharing page. Okay. Now, to some degree, you don't need that trick anymore with the new UpViral feature. I have not tested it in all scenarios. The problem is, first of all, you're correct. The tracking doesn't work with the one-click sign up. You can't put a track equals link on a one-click sign up. I would love, Christian, for you to go beg them to do that, because sometimes they don't listen to me. They're like, oh, Mitch is the only guy that would ever want that, so they don't do it. Don't tell them I said that. If enough people ask for something, then they're much more likely to implement it than if Mitch just says, hey, this would be a great idea, right? Most people aren't doing the kind of stuff that Christian's asking about, and I get that. And I want to get into this because somebody asked that before. Now, with the new feature, you actually don't need a convert box. You can now use the new feature. There goes my training, darn. You don't need the new feature. You don't need the new feature. The key still to that, however, is that you still don't get tracking. As far as I know, unless I bet you can trick it. I hadn't thought about that. I don't think we'll have time today, but I'm going to write that down and I'm going to test it. Christian, if you email me or go to contactmitch.com, we can have a conversation about that. New feature plus tracking. All right, I'm gonna think about that. I need to think about that. Kiki says, I keep missing this, but with the one-click sign up, how do we get that person's email as they're going straight to the share page? I'm going to answer this and then we're going to get into the new features. All right, because somebody asked earlier, I don't remember who it was. It was Murray. Murray, you still here? Let me see. Murray's still here. All right. Murray, I'm going to get to that in just a second because it's really important. And what I'm thinking about doing is an entire show about the new features because I don't think anybody quite gets it yet. Let me rephrase that. I don't think most people understand the value of what that could do. And yes, it's an advanced feature. All right, so Kiki's question. The one-click sign up. Let me go over to my campaign. I'll just use my newsletter one that we were just in. I think, let me go back. I know you can't see the screen yet. Come on, Upviral, go, go, go. All right, give me my own music. All right, here is my newsletter sign up. And you saw the opt-in page. Now, if I go to the Publish tab, I can see the one-click sign up. And notice, by the way, the new stuff that's usually here is not here because this campaign hasn't been converted for the new stuff. And I'm really hoping they get that soon, so I don't have to rebuild a whole bunch of stuff. Share the one-click sign-up link with your email subscribers. Now, this is typically how Upviral suggests you use the one-click sign-up. So let me click this, and they mean by email subscribers. So I'm going to click this. I do use ActiveCampaign, and I'm going to select the join campaign. Now there's actually Facebook, LinkedIn, other buttons here that are really cool that you should play with too, but we're going to use the join campaign. And why is that not going away? Whew. Now notice my really long URL, newsletter.viraltrafficguy.com, and I can't scroll out to the right-hand side. Oh, there I can. But notice that there are these parameters. There's the first one is UV email, which is UpViral email. The second is the ampersand says this is a new parameter. UV name equals, and then first name. Now, if I take that link, if I do copy link, and I go put that in an email in my ActiveCampaign, and I send that out to my 2 people on my list, Betty Lou and Paula, as ActiveCampaign sends that link, sends that email to Betty Lou, it says, oh, Mitch put in this special thing, and I need to substitute Betty Lou's email in this link right here. So it will put UV email equals and then Betty Lou's email address. And it also will put Betty Lou's first name. And it will send, when Betty Lou clicks that, it will have Betty Lou's email address in it and nobody else's. ActiveCampaign will do the same thing for Paula, the second person on my email list. It will send Paula, Betty Lou's, no, it'll send Paula, Paula's email address, substituted in this spot. Okay, does that make sense, Kiki? So for every person on your existing list, if you give them the one-click sign-up link, what they will get is a link that has their own email address. So that essentially is the opt-in form on the front end with their name and their email. Here's the key. Kiki just said, so it only works with email and not everything else. The answer is, of course, it depends. Yes, for the vast majority of things like a text message, the text messaging system doesn't know somebody's email in order to do the substitution dynamically at the time that that link is given to them. Right? You could send a link out to 500 people via text, but that texting system doesn't know how to substitute Betty Lou's email because it doesn't have it. Now I'm using ActiveCampaign, Kiki. You can do that. There's a whole bunch of different tools, right? You could pick any of these tools and use it, assuming you're paying for those tools like MailChimp or iContact or GetResponse or whatever. It's just that the syntax is different. You see how this became double brackets as opposed to percent signs. Okay, but it's just simply a link in your autoresponder. Now, earlier, Christian and I were talking about this using the one click inside of something called ConvertBox. Well, ConvertBox has a place for them to put in their email address. And what it does is it takes the typed in email address and formulates this one-click sign up with Betty Lou's email address as she clicks the button that says, yes, I want to sign up. It's identical to filling out a form on the front end of UpViral. Will it work with Facebook or LinkedIn? No, because Facebook's not going to give you it. Facebook does not substitute Betty Lou's email address in there. Great question, but the answer is no. Facebook will not substitute dynamically their email address. Now, what we're talking about, though, like with Christian, is that there are some special places that will do that substitution. Something like ConvertBox is one of them. Typeform, we do it in surveys. If the tool will let you dynamically substitute an email address that they just typed in, then you can do it. But primarily, most people use it for their autoresponder for a sign-up. The other thing I will tell you, Kiki, and everybody who's listening, is guess what? That's a great way to get people back to their share page. You send out an email after they've opted in that says, hey, please go share again. Use this link to get to the share page. Bam, there they are. UpViral sends them straight over. Vish has a great question. I'm going to shorten it to, will UpViral eventually have an affiliate feature where we could send through affiliate IDs? The answer is, I don't know. I wish, Vish. So many people have asked for it. It does not hurt if you send them an email that says that exact thing. Will you please put advanced affiliate info inside of UpViral so that I can give the proper credit? Lots of people have asked for it, but if UpViral does not hear it from y'all, they ain't going to do it because they don't think it's something that people want. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. And as much as Mitch likes to be a squeaky wheel, they would rather hear from more people that aren't Mitch than just Mitch. I've been begging for affiliate stuff for years. But I typically am told, Mitch, you're an advanced user. I go, yeah, but there's people out there like Vish and Murray that want to have this stuff, but they don't hear it from you, so they don't do it. All right, so what I want to do, I'm going to open my preview. I don't have preview open. I'm pausing your screen for a second so I don't accidentally show something I don't want to show. We are an hour in. If you all are patient with me, I'd be happy to show you some more stuff and answer more questions. I really need to have this somewhere much handier. That is not it. Oh, I created a special page for it. All right. All right, I'm going to open this. Can I open all three? Open. All right, good. All righty, let me open this one. Let me unfreeze y'all. Okay, so now let me also go over to UpViral login. I think I have a campaign that I can show you this. We can just do this one, I think. Because I'm pretty sure this is the new template format. Yes, it is. All right. So you can now design. Steve, good night. Thank you. Come back and watch this part on the replay. In the old days, you had to choose on the design page whether you wanted a landing page inside of UpViral or a widget. And now you can do both in the same campaign. Why on God's green earth would you do that? So here is the current process for a typical funnel or typical UpViral funnel. You send traffic, direct traffic comes in to your opt-in page. If they opt in, if they click to opt in, then we send them to the share page. And on the share page, we show them all the special buttons. And if they click them, posts go out on social media or wherever, and people come in as referred traffic. Now, you with me so far? Somebody say yes, say amen, say hallelujah. This is the UpViral funnel. Thank you, Claudia. You rock. Darmut says checkbox. Christian says amen. I appreciate you saying that because sometimes I think nobody's paying attention to me and I have to slap them about the face and head. Now, what happened? This diagram is true in the old way. Murray says we're here. The old way, this could be a ClickFunnels page with a widget that is the opt-in form. A ClickFunnels page with the widget for the sharer. Both of that would be true. This funnel stays the same. If you chose the UpViral hosted landing page, which is what this actual picture was, the picture is the same. This is an UpViral page. This is an UpViral page. You had to pick one way or the other, and you could not combine them. Now, with the new way of doing it, there's a couple of different options. One of the things that I'm really excited about is taking that existing funnel, lead page, share page, sharing buttons, and what if you could send those people to a different page and the referred traffic would see different stuff, same opt-in, same email and name, but when they click it, they go to an UpViral page. Let's say this is the lead page and the share page are both on UpViral, but this referral page is a WordPress page. And let's say this WordPress page is like a long form sales page. And this page is, hey, I'm doing a contest. You could win this thing. Enter now. So the warm traffic, the direct traffic, those people that theoretically know, like, and trust you, don't need a whole bunch of training on what your offer is. They land on your opt-in page. It's really short. It says you can win this thing from me. And they register or they don't. But when they share it, all of the referred traffic goes to a different page. Vish got it. Vish says, sweet. Now, this does require two technologies, right? It requires that you have to have a place to put this other page, this referral page. Darmut says, clapping. One day, maybe we'll be able to tell UpViral, maybe this would be an UpViral hosted page, and this is an UpViral hosted page, but we just simply flag that opt-in page as a referral page, and we put different stuff on it. That would be cool. Right now, because they implemented it today without taking possible advantage of every possible feature, right now, that's a different page, a different tech. Now, for this page, and by the way, Jeff says, awesome, it's dynamite. Glenn says, click on funnels for the second. Yes, it could be ClickFunnels. It could be any page builder you want on the planet. I use WordPress because I use WordPress. That's but it could be anywhere. It could be Groove, as far as I know. It could be lead pages. It could be anything. Now, technically, by the way, you could flip this. You could make this page and this page both be in ClickFunnels and this page be in Upviral. You could flip it if you want to. Now, how freaking rocking is that? I think it's freaking rocking. Okay, y'all got that? Now, how do we implement that? If you go over to Upviral and you go to the advanced settings, I'm sorry, not there. If you go to publish, now there's this box. If your campaign is one of the new style campaigns, there's this box down at the bottom of the publish page where we were just talking about the one-click sign up. Here, if you click on embed campaign, and once you click on it, you can't get back by it, but it doesn't change anything. It just slays me that once you click on this, your campaign will always show you this. There's no way to hide this again. That's okay. The key to this is that you could technically do any one of these three: standard, a pop-up, or an HTML form on this second page. This could be a standard widget. This could be a pop-up like ConvertBox does. It could be an HTML form, which is just embedded. You could pick any one of those three to do what you want to do for that second page. You guys with me? Thumbs up, thumbs down, makes sense? Rick says yes, Vish says yes. Darmud's got thumbs up, thank you. Obed asks, can the first page be a quiz? Yes, I could make this, I could make either one of these be something like Typeform or whatever. Kiki says yes, Glenn says yes. Obed, but that you talk about an advanced feature. Yes, you could make either one of those a quiz. Claudia's very awesome question, and Obed, that was a great question too. Claudia asks, what results did you get with the longer form page on WordPress with cold traffic? I don't know, I haven't done it yet. I have not built a campaign this way yet. It's too new a feature. I have a client that I'm thinking about doing it with, but we're just going to launch the campaign tomorrow, I think, and we'll see if we want to add this later. The question, though, is about split testing. Now, again, there isn't different traffic coming in here. It's not like we are taking one group of people directly into the referred page or the second page. Although we could. I hadn't really thought about it. We could actually do that. You could decide to send cold traffic here if you wanted to. It doesn't have to just be coming here. My diagram's possibly broken. It is harder to test this scenario, and I have not gone through all of the different scenarios. This just came out 2 weeks ago. Okay, so this is brand new. So I don't have any good answers. Murray says, has anyone got a good example of where you use this? Not to my knowledge yet. If they've started doing it, I haven't seen it. I have tested it with WordPress and really simple test pages, but I have not done it with anything significant yet. Now, let me also throw you another picture. You can keep this one in mind, but let me show you this other picture. This is the same diagram that we had done before, but you could theoretically do what I was just saying, but I wasn't doing it to the separate. So you can send different traffic to different pages and have them all end up on the share page. A single share page. This starts to blow your mind. And I can see some of you thinking, and Glenn, I'm going to read your question in a second. I can see some of you thinking, well, why don't I just give some of my affiliates their own special page to send people in? I believe you can do that. Let me not say affiliates. Let me say it's JV partners, because I know somebody's already asked this question. So let me suppose I design a generic page, but I have a JV partner that I want to specify his or her name and her business and special features. They could have that on their own website and send people in. Now, you could theoretically send those people to a cold traffic page for the referral. You could complicate this page and combine both. But it starts to get really kind of wacky of what you can and can do. Lots of things. Now, I don't think that this solves Vish's question about affiliates. I don't think it does, but I have not wrapped my brain around it because it's just mind-blowing. Glenn's question, let me move this over so I can read it. Will the folks that shared get upset because they asked their friends to sign up for what they had experienced to find out their friends see something totally different than what they had told their friends? Great question. I don't know. Haven't tried it. It really shouldn't be much different than split test pages, but it just depends upon how you build that sharing page. If it's or a cold traffic page, how much you put on there that's different. I wouldn't think that people would even notice, Glenn. Most people I don't think are going to notice unless they test it themselves that the page is different. But I don't know. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. That's a great question. Murray says, keep it similar. Yeah, probably. But you have the opportunity to find out if that works, to help. If I don't know if it's going to help, but this opens up scenarios that we've never thought of before. Vish says we can use WP landing kit to push your page to JV partners. I have never seen this. I don't know what I'm going to get when I click on it. Turn WordPress into a landing page powerhouse with landing kit. Create entire microsites. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that. That could open up all kinds of possibilities, couldn't it? I'm gonna keep an eye on that. All right. So what else do you guys want to know? I mean, that's kind of a quick overview into the new feature. I think these diagrams start making your brain understand it better than the way UpViral defines it. And by the way, what you're looking at is looking at this referrals section down here, whether you want to send them to an UpViral hosted page or whether you're going to post it somewhere else. That's under option number 3. And this diagram does show you a similar thing to what the diagram I was just talking about. Okay. And under installation, then what you get is what you picked up here, what you selected up here, whether you're doing a pop-up or an HTML form. And I think it was Vish that was earlier talking about the tracking. I'm wondering if you couldn't put the tracking stuff in here, but I bet it, no, it probably won't work. It probably won't work because I don't know what that URL app.upviral.com/site/parse-new-users does. So I think I'm going to walk that back. Rick says, need to leave as usual. Very interesting. You're welcome. Thank you for popping in and asking great questions, Rick, and teaching me something new, by the way. Glenn says, I wasn't able to make the Friday Q&A on the Black Friday. If you're in the group, the Black Friday group, Glenn, it's in there. If you don't see it, let me know, but it's in there because I initially forgot to share it with UpViral over the weekend because Friday was a crazy busy day. And so what I did was I posted it on my own searchy site. And so I can give you that link, Glenn. If you don't find it in the UpViral Black Friday group, let me know. Okay. Let's see. There was something that I said in the Facebook group that I might address. Let me know if y'all have any other questions, because we kind of went really deep there. Copilot show Rick. There's Rick. Can I do paid front end? This is what Sarba. Boy, I don't know. I don't know how to say that one. Sarba. I apologize again for butchering names. Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry. I apologize. Saurabh. Sarba. I don't know. I'm sorry. Can I do a paid front end offer with the viral referral system on the thank you? Possible with UpViral? The short answer is yes. Highly controversial, but you can do it. And I consider it an advanced feature. So what we're really talking about is on here. Let me go back to the original one because I got too many open. The question sort of is, can I create this as a purchase option and technically multiple pages, possibly? And the answer is yes. if you're doing something like what we're talking about with the new features, and you either use the one-click sign up to get people to the share page, like we were talking about with the earlier convert box thing that Christian was asking about. The problem is, I won't say it's a problem, but you've got to realize that this functionality inside of UpViral, these buttons have to send somebody somewhere, and that page you need to make sure is the right page that will get people through your funnel to this page properly. It's a complicated thing to make sure that works and tested. Now, Vish just said, use case, everyone pay $1 and one winner takes all the money paid. That is illegal. Huh? Inside, at least in the United States, that is called a raffle. And raffles are illegal unless you're a charity and you get the proper forms to make that happen. I don't advise anybody to try to do something like a raffle. Get a lawyer involved. I do not play a lawyer on TV or anywhere else. So please don't do that unless you have talked to a lawyer. Now, that being said, I have seen many recent campaigns that are a purchase campaign. And I don't know about the legality of those, but they are quite popular right now. Meaning for every $1 you spend in your store, you get one chance to win the prize. There always, at least in the United States, has to be a way for people to enter without a purchase. Okay, so highly complicated, highly questionable. I shouldn't say highly questionable. You got to be sure you're not breaking the law. Claudia asks, is there no training in UpViral on terms and conditions? There is not. Wish there was. I don't even have a training on that. It's a complicated issue. I'm just scrolling through to see if there's any other questions I can answer quickly in the group. Maybe host it in Kenya for the raffle, Murray says. I am not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Let's see. Wilco's trying to help with that. Less rules there. That's what I mean. Yes, there are probably all kinds of places that have fewer rules. It's a wild, wild west in terms of running contests. All right. Anybody else have any other questions while we're here before we roll? Questions. We're here for questions. Really good stuff today. Very good questions. Darmut says, terms and conditions, you need to Google the laws in your country. I just did mine yesterday. Claudia, if we use a campaign, chance to win, we need terms and conditions. Yes. We do not if we are just giving points for incentives. That's a good question. Technically, I don't think you do. I think terms and conditions would be nice. for things like lead magnets and stuff like that, where you're doing incentives, but I tend to think it's fairly clear. I mean, primarily what I'm doing in cases like that is telling people, hey, don't cheat. I mean, don't just put in your 2 other fake email addresses to earn an incentive. So I do typically say stuff like that. I don't have a ton of terms and conditions, but it probably is a good idea to warn some people. Glenn says, if you have that link handy, I can't seem to find it in the group. All right. You're talking about the video for Black Friday for Friday. Let me open my software, my searchy software. All right, Murray says, got to go play tennis with my wife. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Murray, ring the bell for Murray. He's fine. He's listening to me. UpViral could become my landing page builder. Claudia's posted a link to the group. Thank you, Claudia. Let's see, where's the post from me? Here it is. It's in the group. I'm going Glenn. Let's see if I can I send it just to Glenn? Yes, I'm going to send it to Glenn because it was a paid thing. So I want to make sure that only paid people see it. Glenn, you should have it. Let me know if that doesn't work. You can always get me at contactmitch.com, my new website for contact me. I've done several things, just so you know. It's kind of funny. I went a little crazy and I bought Text Mitch, although there's nothing there yet. There's Contact Mitch, there's About Mitch, there's a couple others. I didn't do a call because I don't like people calling me. But it was funny that there are gobs of websites that have been sucked up, and I just started cruising for some of these action verbs like call and talk. And oh, cmitch.com actually is an UpViral campaign. I'm kind of proud of that one. Let me show it to you if you're still here. If you go to, I'm going to open a new tab, cmitch.com. I can't see, did I type it right? This is actually an UpViral campaign. And when I plan to go live, I will put on YouTube, I will schedule a live stream right here. This is an older one, obviously, but there's also the subscription box down here. So when I talk about doing everything in UpViral, this is an UpViral hosted landing page that I can do live streaming on. If I were doing live streaming, not the Copilot show, and I probably could put the Copilot show in here too, except we don't go live on YouTube. But if I were on live on YouTube, I could put it in here, and then I have a subscription down at the bottom. So while I'm live, I can say, hey, if you're on cmitch.com, just go to the subscription box down below and get some free bonuses by opting into my newsletter. Ha! Look at that. How freaky cool is that? cmitch.com. I am using UpViral for just about everything. And you can too, as somebody said just a few minutes ago. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else have anything curious they're wanting to I use Claudia idea, use an UpViral opt-in for YouTube video descriptions. Yes. Everything in my book going forwards is going to, if there's an opt-in required, it's going to be an UpViral opt-in. It's going to be an UpViral campaign. Because like we were talking about the real estate earlier, why wouldn't you incentivize people somehow to help you build your network? UpViral is the answer. Dangle an ethical bribe in front of them if they invite 2 or 3 or 4 people. Run a contest. Get them active on your email list. Vish, great question. What are the page speeds like for UpViral hosted pages? According to actually the session that Danny said last week, they have now tested UpViral hosted pages with millions of people hitting it, and it worked fine. So great question. The answer is they've optimized it. I haven't tested it because I don't have millions of people hitting on my page, but they say they are ready for large amounts of traffic. So there you go. Great question. Claudia, just before I get ready to sign up, comes up with another question. Oh my gosh. Claudia, so if I have a Facebook group and a free app, I will send them first to UpViral opt-in page and give them points for actions for joining the group, app referrals, etc. Gosh, Claudia, you think you watched the episode number 62 where I talked about 7 different ways of using UpViral. You're bang on. One of those ways was for a Facebook group opt-in. So many people complain that their Facebook group, you ask them, you can ask them people opting in questions, right? And then they put in their email, and then you have to capture it before it goes away and blah, 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 blah. Why not put UpViral on the front end, incentivize people for reasons to join your Facebook group by dangling that ethical bribe in front of them? Claudia's got it. Talked about that in episode number 62. Go back and watch that. If you missed it, go back and watch it again, because there's gobs and gobs of great tips in there. Obed, can raising funds for charity, when someone purchases to help raise funds, the person with the most points for the charity will get the donation. Would that be legal? No. Not to my knowledge. I am not a lawyer, but that sounds like a raffle. I am not a lawyer. I do not pretend to be a lawyer. You are getting into a little bit of murky water if you are asking for donations and picking somebody to get money out of that pot. It just sounds fishy. And you're going to need to talk to a lawyer about that. I was just thinking about in a little bit more detail. Now, that doesn't mean that you couldn't run a contest. The question always is collecting money from people on the front end. That's where it gets really smarmy. It gets a little dubious. That does not mean, and in my mastermind, we were actually looking at a website a couple of weeks ago that is, quote unquote, a bunch of YouTubers who are raising money for charity. And in order to be eligible to win something, you have to purchase or donate. It's kind of like Omaze. They do have an option where you can register and not pay money, but it still feels kind of icky to me. And even if you just say, we're doing it for charity, it still feels a little icky. You just have to be careful. Vish says scam. I mean, a bunch of YouTubers claiming they're going to donate a bunch of money to charity. Okay. Who's watching over them? There's no fine print that says, hey, this money is being put in escrow and this company is watching over that money in order to make sure we're not cheating or whatever. It just, if you want to get thrown in jail, go, no, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But it feels like a scam to me. And if it feels a little icky, maybe you shouldn't do it. If you talk to a lawyer and the lawyer says it's okay, go for it. Maybe you get a scammy lawyer. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Anybody else got any other questions? Great questions, Obed. Ring the bell for you on that one. Claudia, I think I've rung the bell for you, but Claudia's finally getting to ring the bell because she's got her brain working, thinking about all the different ways she could use this tool. I'm using it for newsletters, opt-ins for lead magnets. I'm using it for contests. I'm using it for, I've tested doing a survey on the front end, webinars, product launch formula. I don't know if you all are product launch formula fans, but Jeff Walker's currently selling product launch formula. I did not promote that, but he could have added this stuff in the middle and increased his leads by getting people to send him more leads. He just hasn't heard about me yet. I actually met him 2 years ago, 2019. I actually met him and briefly spoke to him at Tribe Live. Anyway, anybody got any questions? You got 10 seconds to type in, I got a question. Hey, AJ's actually here. Hi, AJ. I'll see you later on today, AJ. Tara, Vish, Rodney. Tara's been quiet. Just thank you again. Claudia, you're welcome. Daniel Bean, you haven't said anything. Why do you, Christian, why do you think really big marketers don't use referral marketing? Frank Kern used to do it a while back. I have some, here's the thing. Number one, they don't know about it. Number two, they think it's complicated. Number three, and this I think is the biggie for many people, is that they think they're going to be giving away stuff for people because people do have multiple email addresses that they could fake and earn the referrals. And that's where I think UpViral, this is Mitch's just off the top, that's where UpViral needs to do some more work, my opinion, on making sure that fraud isn't coming in. That's what I think. I would love to sit down with Jeff Walker and talk to him about that. I would love to talk to Rachel Miller. Rachel and I are fairly decent friends, but at some point, she knows about UpViral, for example, if you know who she is. I just haven't convinced her yet to do it. It's going to happen. Anybody else have any other questions? You got, hi, AJ says hi. AJ's always listening in the background going, how do I add this to my funnel? That's one of AJ's great things. AJ is always looking at other people's marketing going, how does this apply to me? All right, let's wrap this up. Nobody's popping in with questions, so we're just going to wrap it up. I have no clue what's on the schedule for next week's Copilot show. I looked at the schedule a couple of days ago, and the schedule is empty. So if you have anything you want to talk about with the Copilot show, let me know. Vish says, have a centralized authority holding the prizes, giving them out. Let UpViral hold the prize giveaway so it's certified. Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to talk to UpViral about more of that stuff. I mentioned it to Danny a couple of days ago. I'm like, this is the thing that's holding people back. But that's a great idea, Vish. Thank you for that. I like that. I'm going to take a screen grab of that. All right. Anyway, next week, we'll figure something out. Thanks for tuning in. We will see all of y'all next week or the week after or whenever on the UpViral Copilot show. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you on the flip.